It is not like that.
So you heard it. When legislators choose the projects to implement in their constituencies, this list is collated and sent to the House Committee on Constituency Outreach. And from there, it finds its way to the executive, where each project is placed under any of the government parastatals for execution. The problem is this. This list that is sent to the executive is not readily available to Nigerians. It is not even on the website of the Budget Office. When I asked Honorable Ogene why there are some disparities between the budget line items and what is actually implemented, this is what Honorable Ogene told us.
Let me explain that now. That has not happened to me, but I know what could be possible. Sometimes is the fact that inflation has gone up. Maybe you have just 20 million to renovate 6 classrooms. And by the time the MDG puts their tender out and they check, they found out that this money cannot renovate 6 classrooms. All they can renovate is 3 classrooms. You know, don't forget that much of last year and the other year, price of dollar moved from about 180 to 500 naira per dollar. And it affected cement. Cement that was about 1,200 naira. At the stage, it came to 2,800 naira. So you find out that costs would have gone so high. And those who do the bill of quantity in the ministry have seen that what you wanted is no more possible. So they can alter it. But what you bid for, what you alter it to fit the amount available, but that will be reflected in the bid paper for the contractors who are bidding. And it is what they bid for that must be done. So that is the position. But you as an honorable member, if you said you want to renovate 6 classrooms and you find out that it's 4 classrooms that are there, of course, your duty is to ask the contractor, why is it 4 classrooms? And if you are not satisfied with the explanation, of course, you go back to the parent ministry and find out what is the problem. And if it's because costs have gone so high that the fund that you have cannot do all those things, they will explain to you. But that is the duty, that is where oversight comes in. And the honorable member in charge, of course, should be able to handle that very properly.
To be a part of this show, please follow the social media handles on your screen. On Twitter, the hashtag is GetInvolved. Tracka Plus is all about ensuring accountability and transparency in the expenditure of public funds on public projects. Rather than sit and complain like some of us typically do, why don't you join us and get involved? Let's go to Ondo State, where there is a need to clear the air on the distinction between the words renovation and construction. Not only that, there seems to be some disparity on the actual project scope. But before we proceed, here is what you should know.
Ondo is a state in southwest Nigeria created in February 1976 from the former Western State. It originally included what is now Ekiti State, which was split in 1996. Akure is the state capital. The state contains 18 local government areas, the major ones being Akoko, Akure, Okitipupa, Ondo, and Owo. Ondo has 3 senatorial districts, which are Ondo North, Ondo South, and Ondo Central. In 2016, Ondo State received a total sum of 1.67 billion naira for constituency projects.
Lojomu is a community in Ondo East, Ondo West Federal Constituency of the state. In 2016, Honorable Joseph Akinlaja, who represents this community in the Federal House of Representatives, initiated a project for his constituency. A 15 million naira allocation was set aside for the renovation of the classrooms in Lojomu Comprehensive High School, as well as the office of the school principal. This project was a timely one, as it indeed reflected one of the needs of the community. The challenge, however, is that only 4 classrooms out of 6 were renovated. And the principal's office, oh well, it looks like that was left out as well. Listen to this.
After a while, we heard on the news that people are coming from the federal government in Abuja to help prepare our school. When they arrived, we interviewed them to know what the scope of the project was. They responded that they were only going to fix 4 classrooms. The walls were not brought down. They just removed the bad roof and replaced them. Then they fixed asbestos, painted it, and said that was the scope of the project as directed by the government. They said the president himself signed off on this project. So I pleaded with them to help renovate the 6 classrooms so that when our legislature in the House of Representatives comes around, he too can take on other aspects of the school's needs. You who have come from Abuja, we would like you to help us renovate the 6 classrooms. But they insisted that was the scope of the project. However, they gave us chairs and lockers after the completion. We are thankful for that, and on the chairs were the inscriptions indicating that this was from the federal government.
From federal government project FGN.
We are here because of this school. When we were told representatives of the government were coming, we left our farms to be here because our children have no classrooms to sit. Out of the 6 classrooms we asked to be renovated, only 4 were fixed. The remaining kids have left for other schools because the classrooms were falling apart and there was no shelter from the rain. Stray animals invade the classrooms and now the kids have left to other schools. We are not happy to see the school fail because the government had us in mind, but the executors of the project didn't complete the job. As a parent, my kids wanted to leave the school, but the school principal has been pleading with us. We also plead for a hall where we hold our meetings. We currently have to find alternate ways to hold meetings. We plead with the government to help fix the environment.
Our message now to the federal government is this. The entire school is in need of help, even the principal's office. We would like this school to be a source of pride, and this will be an evidence that we enjoy the dividends of democracy.
So,
talking about the school classrooms that were renovated, the roof was removed and changed. There was a building in existence, but they renovated it. They did not repair the other classrooms. This was a renovation and not a construction.
We'll take a breather. Do stay with us.